All right, I apologize for the sound of my voice. A little sick right now. But anyways, today's deck is going to be Flying Men. We played this before, or at least a version of it a long time ago, and it wasn't anything special. I just played it to play it. But this idea came to me kind of twofold, or I should say it combines two ideas I had. Um, and that's one, testing if Legion's Chant was any good. I wanted to try sort of this package of Shanty, him, and Legion's Chant and leave out the other colors because I don't think anyone's really ever played with this card. And then I also wanted to just play Mantis Rider and sort of take a crack at a flying aggro shell that also could play an old package that we used quite a bit, which was Awestruck Signet with Wanderer and Judge's Familiar to kind of keep your tempo. So I kind of just smashed the two ideas together so that we could test both at the same time. So we're playing Signet, which is a 2/1, and then its intensity goes up every time you play a flying creature. And then if this is intensity 3 or more, it becomes a 4/4 with flying and vigilance, which is pretty hot. And then some of the cheap things we're playing are Wanderer and Judge's Familiar. With you could both sacrifice these to counter a instant or sorcery. This one counters for 1 every time, but Wanderer grows as you play spirits, and it counters, they have to pay equal to its power. So if you play 1 into another one, it gets 2 power, and then you can sacrifice it, make your opponent cast 2. Moving into the 2-drops, obviously we're playing him and Shanty in the 1-drop slot there, but we're also playing Skycat Sovereign, which is just a 1/1 flying for 2. Gets +1/+1 for each other creature you control flying, so it sort of grows throughout the game. But then you can pay 4 to make a 1/1 flying token. So a good mana sink late game, and sort of pumps itself as it adds body to the board. And then this is just our sort of favorable wins variation that we're testing out. So this is like the old Jeskai Flying Men favorite, but Air Nomad Legacy is easy to cast, does the exact same thing, but we also get a clue token. So it's eventually sort of card neutral, if that makes sense. And then up here at the 3-drop slot, we're playing freaking Mantis Rider. Love that. And then we're also jamming some Spout Queller. It's just a 2/3 flash. When it enters, you basically get to counter something, or you actually exile it. That costs 4 or less, and then when Spout Queller leaves, your opponent gets to cast that card again. So pretty solid overall. And then, of course, we're just adding in our chorus package. Legion's Chant starts at intensity 3, and it returns any number of creature cards with total mana value X or less, where X is this intensity. So early game, sometimes we'll get back like a Skycat Sovereign and a Mausoleum Wanderer that ate some removal. Late game, after you casted some hymns or shanties, usually you can like get back some Mantis Riders and Sovereigns and stuff, and rebuild your board rather quickly. And then the only other cool thing, obviously, Spout Queller is a spirit, so it also pumps Wanderer. So if your opponent's really like you're trying to fight over the stack, you have a Wanderer out, they have extra mana open, you can Spout Queller, let it enter, maybe they kill this Queller in response or afterwards, but then you could sacrifice the Wanderer because it got a pump, and you could have some neat interactions there. And the other cool interaction is if you have multiple signets, you could double intensify for every creature that you play afterwards. So like turn 1 signet, turn 2 signet plus Judge's Familiar will get intensity 2 right away, and then you only need 1 more creature instead of having to cast 3 spells with flying. But rather straightforward, we're playing Jagantha because we can. And then sideboard wise, this is also kind of under test. This is more like experimental time for Plum here at the Jank Tank. I'm just testing out some ideas. I wanted to see if I could use Clarion Conqueror a little more, and then I also want to try out Deflecting Palm. So hopefully we run into some auras. I don't know if we will, but I can't wait to Deflecting Palm a giant like Core Spirit Dancer or something like that. Hushbringer, Fragment Reality, Rest in Peace, Pyroclasm. Pyroclasm's kind of a combo with most of our creatures, so I might want to get rid of this and just play some more targeted removal. But it's good against some of the lower, smaller creature decks like Boros and stuff like that. But that's our deck for the day. Let's try it out. We are on the play. And we didn't like that first hand, but we'll try this one. A little slow off of no one drops, but I think that's all right. But boy, oh boy, spoilers today have been fun. All the mystical archives. Chat, it's been pretty sweet. I think we're just going to hold up Queller next turn. We probably want him to try and start digging for a shanty, but I would like to get a little pressure on board here too. Opponent seems to be on Simic Landfall. Even that 4-mana Planner Engineering card's kind of nutty for Landfall too. You get 4 basics. Utopia Sprawl is interesting. Lotus Cobra. Very nice. I like it, chat. This might be a deck for... Okay, Spell Queller is good. We're just going to swing 1 here. He can make 5 mana this turn if he plays a land. We'll see what he does. But yeah, oh my god, chat. I started getting sick on Sunday. I had a sore throat. And then I wake up yesterday and I just can't breathe. Hydroid Crisis for X equals 3, so that's a 5-mana spell, which doesn't really do anything for us, but I fucking love that my opponent is playing Hydroid Crisis. That's incredible. That's so sick. Good on you, opponent. We find a Wanderer. I think we're gonna shock this in. We're gonna hang back for a second. We do get a buff on Mausoleum Wanderer if we flash in the Spell Queller. So that will become a 2/2. At least. But we'll see. Scute Swarm. That's a perfect target for us. We'll eat that, buff that. So you're gonna play a land. Indeed. Buff, buff. Is it worth me trading out this Chocobo? I don't think so. Does he have a fight spell? Seems like it. Oh no, Gem Razor. Interesting. Turns that into a 7/7, which is gross. We'll take the 7, go down to 2. Not good for us, chat. Double Spell Queller. We can just play it. But I don't think we have any game here. We can block everything, but we still take 1. And that's if he doesn't have another way to give trample or another big threat to dump onto the Gem Razor. This Who Shakes It World will scoop it up. Okay, so he's on some weird mid-range. He's not just like straight landfall. He's also on some mid-rangey stuff. So I am going to bring in the Deflecting Palms. I guess Hushbringer doesn't do too much. I do like Fragment here. Maybe a couple Pyroclasms. So I think we'll actually drop. He's not really playing. I think we're going to drop Legion's Chant to like a 1/. Spell Queller is still fine. These are still fine. I don't really think our familiars are that good. Our 1-drops. So we'll try and stay out of Pyroclasm range here. But we have Force of Will, Force Negation, Disrupting. We have Flusterstorm, right? We just got Daze. Daze is going to be disgusting with Hydroponic Architect. Alright, chat. Better hands. We'll still probably have to play the Pyroclasm out. But I think we're going to drop the Spell Queller. But yeah, spoilers are going to be... We still have 3 days left? I know they just leaked a whole bunch of stuff from the pack openings. Is there any more? No, we got a bunch of Silver Quill stuff. That was a good pickup. Um, let's just pass. We'll hit him. If I sneeze really loud, I'm sorry, chat. Okay, cool. Find a wanderer. See, this is where it gets a little Akko Taco, you know? I think we're just gonna play both. Our Pyroclasm's awkward against ourselves. I don't know what else we'd play there. Maybe just regular removal. Chocobo's much better for us. And now we can kind of start dumping tokens, which means we swing for 9 next turn. And hopefully he can't keep up with us, even if he plays a Nissa. But I wonder how big he goes. He could have like Elder Gargaroth and stuff. Might see a 4-drop here. What are we gonna get Spell Stutter Sprite? Someone played Nadu Martyr. That's crazy. Cultivate. Sure. No point in us countering that. I sound so gross, chat. Ba-ba-da-da-ba-da. Oh. Opponent swinging at us. So, like, we could Pyroclasm here. We won't. And that might be wrong of us. But we'll try. I'm trying to... I really want to play... Like, Flare of Denial, Force of Will. How are you targeting your own... Oh, you're still playing Shuko. No blocks. He doesn't have any removal. Okay, sweet. Chat, we won game 2. Let's hop in game 3. I think I'm still... Pyroclasm is just so awkward. We should probably... It's going to be awkward against everything. If we're playing Pyroclasm, we might want to just play Wrath of the Skies. Because it's more generic. And we'll hit more. If we're going to wipe our own creatures out, we might as well have some more versatility out of it, right? But, whew! Do you guys know who Greg Hatch is? Gregory Hatch? One of the greatest brewers the world has ever seen. I didn't like to single land there, and now our deck's just gonna fucking hate us. Jesus Christ. I think I'd rather have the Signet here. This is horrible. Okay. Chat, we just mauled to 4. Because our deck wants us to die. And that's okay. Sometimes it happens. We're playing, what, 22 lands? Curving out at 3. Oof. Do we have a full deck list for this? We do. One plays Chocobo into second one, maybe? No, just a Utopia Sprawl. Okay. Alright. Chat, we never didn't have it. We're the best. Swing with Mantis Rider. Swing the Mantis Rider next turn, I mean. Opponent lets it through. Beautiful. Tiora. This is a very odd landfall deck. Is he also playing Nykthos? No, just Lotus Cobra. But he only has 2 cards left in hand, and he hasn't found another land, which is wild to me. I think we're just gonna swing at him. I'm worried I'm gonna get shut out by like a Questing Beast or Gargaroth, or I'm gonna get like Crater Hoofed at some point. Dude just has all the Utopia Sprawls in the world. Incredible. You guys remember our Enchantress Twiddle deck with Runaway Growth? What was that? Oh, shit, chat. Okay, if we get one more flyer off the top, he's just dead. But we'll see. I mean, we could die to a random Crater Hoof. We could die to a lot. So, dude's got fucking Ugin the Spirit Dragon. Incredible. So he's gonna... Oh. What is happening? Chat, what is going on? So we can Deflecting Palm the Ugin if he targets us. We do fight the next flyer. And then he's dead to our Deflecting Palm. Chat, are we about to win a game with Deflecting Palm? He has to target us. He might just minus, which is also fine. We prevent that damage that deals that much damage to his controller. So let's see if he minus 2s. Or he minuses 3 and gets rid of all his Utopia Sprawls and Kioras. He does. Very interesting. Okay. He's putting it all into Ugin. Chat, I want him to plus, but he won't. About to end this man's whole career. Yo. That was incredible. Boys, we just won with Deflecting Palm. This is game 2. A little awkward, but we'll try it out. We can play double Familiar. Or double Martyr, I should say. We get Ugin's Labyrinth off of Null Drifter. This is probably our worst nightmare, huh? Okay, Torpor Orb doesn't really matter. Kind of does for Spell Queller, but I don't think we're going to be Spell Quelling some big old spells. Chat, when was the last time you won with Deflecting Palm? I honestly think Deflecting Palm's kind of good right now. Or maybe, well, I mean, it's good against auras because it doesn't target, like I said earlier. Do I just want to... I think I do. Is this just creatures? Yeah. So we can turn Wanderer into a 2/2, which means we can counter instants and sorceries unless they pay 2, which might be good against K-Commands. What did he name? Eldrazi? Yeah. But if he finds a cavern, we're kind of lame. I hope he just spends his turn chilling. Okay, double Echoing Cavern. He just Null Drifters. Beautiful. That lets us at least land a Mantis Rider. But yeah, I guess we'll just go here. Swing for 4. See if he blocks. We have the token to sack if he wants to Annihilator us. Sick. Oh, the chat, I feel so gross. There's the K command, so I guess we have to counter. I honestly don't even know if I want to trade out an Null Drifter. Okay, neither does he. Interesting. Let's go second Air Nomad into another bird. Better coast, and we'll swing for 5. Yeah, card. We'll talk about him. I know I started early, so I'm waiting for people to get in here. But yeah, card reveals are sick. Talisman of Curiosity. How do I... Oh. Second Torpor Orb. Doesn't do a whole lot. But yeah, card reveals are crazy. We're going to talk about them. We find a Shanty. Let's ping this, and then let's draw. That's pretty good. And let's... I don't really want to force a block. I think... He blocks here. Or not. Does he have a spell he wants to... He's... Maybe we see a K command here to take out the Rider. Which I think is fine. Bro, if we, well, we don't know the bans yet, right? We don't know what's pre-banned, but if we get Living... We're going to play Living End for like 3 weeks straight. If we get Living End in Historic. I hope. I mean, I hope. Okay, there's the K command like we thought would happen. Honestly, if we're being fair, Legion's Chant would be kind of hot here. I'd love to get double Judge's Familiar back. Okay, that works too. Let's draw a whole bunch. And we just get that plus that. That's fine. Let's play Skycat Sovereign. Enters as a 3/3. Someone in Discord had the number crunch. Okay, opponent's seeking a land. Is that on their turn? No, my turn, sorry. Shoot. Let me see if I can find it. Udin's Binding. Resolves. So, we have... Sowing Microspawn. Targeting what? We have 1 slot. We have 6 rares left. At the moment. So, we just need, what? A Mantis Rider off the top? So we can at least crack a clue. Oh, Legion's chant is disgusting. But not really. It's only 2 things, but at least it's 2 3/3s. And it didn't cost us anything. There's 1 white card left. And then there's a black card, a blue card. Opponent's gonna rumble here. And a red card. As far as we know. So there's something missing here. Something missing here. 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 87. Do we small pot above small pots? Above small trees? Or is that Pontify? We just haven't seen it yet. Pontify preordained. Pontify pre oh, sleight of hand. We just haven't seen the sleight of hand art there. So yeah, we're missing, I think we're missing a couple green cards. Ugin, Eye of Storms. Why is he bouncing back my stuff? Interesting. He's gonna gain 3 and draw a card. Okay. Well, let's go here, 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 and see what that does. But I don't think, based on that, Goryo's and stuff is in. It has to come between L and S. Could be Postmortem Lunge. But I think someone else was doing number crunches. I mean, there's also a bunch of leaks from the Silver Quill stuff. Or not the Silver Quill stuff. They're not really leaks. They're from the Whatnot opening. Does my opponent have double stuff here? Probably. I think we're... What are we bringing in? Clarion Conqueror? So I can... Well, let's see what else he has. Emerald Tool, the Promise End. Fuck my life, Jet. We couldn't close out the day. All I needed was a Mantis Rider. Maybe saving them to come for another cube. I know Goryo's was in one of them. Yes. I would... Goryo's Vengeance is sweet. Grizzlebrand. We could build the old school, like, Obsidian version. A lot of fun stuff. But yeah, I mean... Chat, we might be playing some Timeless on this stream. What's my... Okay, what's my opponent's... What's my play? I need to top deck anything relevant here, right? Like, if my out is play this, draw into Mantis Rider, correct? That's my only out here. And even then, we're just gonna die to an Ugin ult. Chipping some damage, flash it, whatever. We're just dead, chat. We got nothing. We don't have any outs. It was a lie. You thought I had outs? I didn't have outs. Okay, Deflecting Palm, again, fucking hilarious. Clarion Conqueror, I think, is relevant here. He's already played Torpor Orb, so I don't think we care. I think we drop our Spell Quell. He's gotta be... I feel like Spell Queller is gonna be bad. Maybe a couple fragments over the Judge's Familiar. Actually, I probably want to be countering. I think that's fine. We'll go to 2. Chat, please let me fucking... Well, it's hard, right? Deflecting Palm doesn't work against Emmy. Because he's just going to fire it off by itself. Interesting. I don't think that's fast enough to do anything. Oh, chat. Oh, chat's the trifecta. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Holy shit. There's also a chance we didn't want to keep in Revolt Shanty either, but That's not my problem anymore. We already did it. I hate these. I don't hate big mana. I just hate when big mana, it feels like they always have what they need at the top, you know? That inevitability really creeps in on you. And I don't like it. Okay, Wander is fine. Did you see the black dissertation? 5 mana. It has Paradigm. 5 mana, target player draws 2 cards and loses 2 life. Paradigm, so you can cast it for free every turn after that. So it's either a better Phyrexian Arena at some point. Is it weird to Legion's chant now just to power up my Hymn to the Ages to be better? I don't think so. And we get another intensity on Awestruck Signet. Opponent Null Drifters. Nothing to pair with it, though. So we get to at least swing into him a little bit more. We find a Spire Bluff Canal, so that's him. Fragment's good. That gets us our 3rd trigger on Signet. Puts a little bit more pressure on him. I could have sworn we already have Empty the Don't we already have Empty the Warrens on Arena? Chat, my opponent's playing Blast Zone. Joke's on him, though. Oh, what am I thinking of? Yeah, Empty the Warrens is historic legal. I thought we already had it. Turn to Udin's Binding. The fact that Udin Binding also doesn't matter if you counter it or not is annoying. But yeah, Empty the Warrens was in Arena Anthology too. We also have Chatterstorm, so if you could kill people with squirrels. Okay, we at least get to kill the Drifter here. Unless he's playing Consign or something. No, he's not. Oh, wait. Chat, I'm sorry. I'm not even paying attention. He evoked that, didn't he? That's okay. Ooh, that's pretty good, chat. That was pretty good. He has what? Okay. But yeah, we've had... Dude, he always got that fucking Udin, dude. We're not... I guess we're not fast enough to kill. But it's also mainly because our interaction doesn't interact with them, right? We're trying to counter instant sorceries, like dodge removal and stuff to protect Rider and whatnot, but in our spot, it's not really relevant if they're just jamming. So I guess... I don't know, maybe we just play all of these? He's just gonna keep exiling, right? Or he'll just fire off a... He's gonna fire off an Ugin. Ugin's Binding out of the grave. So if he casts Devour, he gets to exile 2 things, bounce the 3rd. But he has double Binding, right? No, just one. But yeah, I think Ruby Storm getting Pyretic... Is it Pyretic? One of the rituals. Plus they have Flashback and Metamorphose. Plus, we just got what's her name? Jesta's Will, which is also pretty good. I could see some cool stuff going on. Chat, I think we're out of threats here. This is what? Any number of colorless non-land cards? I'll lose life. Hell yeah. Play our Mantis Rider, baby. Okay, I think we're just dead here, boys. We're just dead. We're gonna get devoured and then GG's. Alright, Plum on the play. I need what? Stream overlay? Which one is this? Okay, we'll leave Wanderer first. Kind of him off that. I think that's good enough. Tetra Triumph off the bat. We're gonna see Domain. We're gonna see. Ooh. Also, I'm real into these cycles of Archaics. Maybe we'll take a second after this match and talk. Okay. So far, we got blue and red spells, chat. Opponent swings. They're gonna unholy heat me off of Triumph and Starting Town. That's a little scary. Fable the Mirrorbreaker into Hallowed Fountain. Interesting. Cardia White Source. I'll take a him. I don't know what this is. Niv, maybe? No. Just 5-color good stuff? Some weird shapeshift list? I don't know, chat. I'm a little scared. I'm not gonna lie to you. I kind of want to just hold on to Spell Queller. We'll counter that. We'll play our Wanderer. And then we'll counter that too. So he gains no life. We still have a Queller. Might even be worth us flashing Queller in. I don't know. Nothing from opponent there. Okay. Let's shanty this. What has 3 cards in hand? You know what? Let's just Mantis Rider and see where that gets us. We have Legion's Chant. Okay, it's just 5-color stuff. With Day of Judgments, Unholy Heats, and that's crazy, dude. He's getting what, 4 life a turn? We might just eat a Day of Judgment sometime soon. Portable holds my Skycat, okay. We at least have Spell Queller. Okay, Nomad Legacy is pretty good. I think we just Legion's Chant here and get all of these back. Just hope he has whatever. If he has Day of Judgment, we can... How much mana does he have? 8? He's gonna Is It Charm to draw and discard. Go for it. He can't get around a Day of Judgment here. Is It Charms again to draw and discard 2 cards. and then he runs out of steam. Perfect. Chat, we're incredible. Okay, chat, I have to do this. Hold on, I'm doing some stuff, chat. You watch out. You watch out. Okay, let's bring in dispute. We don't. He's just kind of all over the place, right? I think we'll bring in fragment. What else did we see? He's just 5-color good stuff, which is cool. He is playing prime time. Okay. I don't know if I want to run. I don't know if we want to run our own Hushbringers. And get rid of our spell. I kind of rather keep the spell quellers. No? Okay. If I hit save on this, did that break anything? No, it did not. Chat, I'm doing great. Sure. This seems good. Ooh, double him is sweet. Cobra's fine. We like that. Okay, and now if we come over here. Okay. Gross spiral. Chat, I'm fixing stuff on the fly over here. Second Mausoleum Monitor is pretty good. Let's play that. And let's him. A lot of lands for us, but that's okay. And then if we go here and we hit delete, and we hit save. He finds an Omnath? Ooh, chat, we are drawing like a madman right now. Hell yeah. Chat, we are going nuts. Okay. Let's try this now. If I hit save here, and then we hit test over here. Chat, he found his prime time. Which is a card we have to deal with. Oh my gosh, I fixed it, chat. Are you proud of me? What do I have in here? Nothing. I kind of just want to him one more time and see if we can find a fragment. JJ. Aw, fuck. 4, 5, 6. I guess it doesn't really matter what we get rid of, because we could get a lot of that back with Legion's Chant. Chat, I fixed chat. Are you proud of me? I'm just doing it. I'm just out here doing it. Is there a chance he's playing Valakut? I see quite a few mountains, chat. We did hit for 6. Couple of widows. He helixes me. Okay. We go down to 4. He got double forest off of that. So let's kill this. Play our signet. And swing. We'll pass back for now. If he finds a wrath or something, I think we're okay with that. trade that out. That kind of makes me feel like he has Wrath somewhere in his hand. We're gonna flash this in by itself. And then we're gonna play this to get some more power. Can we kill him? 3. This is 7. And then we play another one, and that's 8. We can put him... Ah, that sucks. We would have put him to 1. Do I need all this mana up? Yeah. No. Right? Because he could have lightning healers. GG. Make sure I hit record on this one. Now let's fire it off. We're going to build so many takes on Mono Blue Martyrs. You're doing meh, Prey? Why are you doing meh? A Noble Hierarch could mean any number of things. So let's just fire off at him while we're here. Shanty's a good pickup there. We'll swing for 1. Ooh. What'd you play to Mythic? Are you an Auras man? Double Rot Priest is disgusting here, huh? Am I gonna outspeed them? He's on 1 land. I think. Is it weird if no, let's just try and outspeed. I could take him off Hierarch. Use the reanimator for fast games. Gotcha. Well, good on you. What does a double swing here mean? We're gonna get pumped. What does he have? Giant growth? Oh, he's playing rebound. Okay. He has the extra one, so it's not even worth. I don't know, chat. Maybe I should have typed the Hierarch or the Rot Priest, but we're gonna go up quite a bit. But I guess in this situation we can. Let's just get rid of 1 and take the counters. If we can hold them off and just double Spell Queller every time. There's so many triggers on the stack right now, chat. What else is there? A Shanty? That's my Shanty. Okay. Opponent has to cast 3 things to kill us. Or hit us. There's 1. Double Rock Priest is so gross. Double Rock Priest is so gross. We can at least bring him Pyroclasm, I guess. It's not even worth me blocking, right? Because he's just going to recast Praise Vengeance. I still go up to 9. Does he have another pump spell? He's going to replicate his own thing. He's got me. Oof. That was a fast start from them. We'll bring in these. Nomad's Legacy is probably not worth it. Chance probably not worth it. Run it back. I saw someone just played what they were like 25 and 10 or 25 and 8. And they were running the Aquatic Facility deck, but main board Rest in Peace and Wrath's guys. Let's ball. Okay, I like this. Let's keep. I think I'd rather have a red source, right? What about turn 1 Signet? And then that seems pretty sick. I guess, yeah, I guess if everyone's trying to run. What? That and their mother. What have you been seeing a lot of, Frozen? Well, you play best of one, so I'm sure you got the mirror and whatnot quite a bit. Excuse me. I'm so sick. Okay, that was a good pickup. I think I'd rather hit the roach, right? Pyroclasm was a great pickup there. We'll see if he wants to block the Signet. He does not. Okay. Yeah, I would assume you'll see some variation of all that. I don't know what else is... You'll see so much. Chat, this Pyroclasm is going to be crazy if he doesn't have a pump spell. But he probably does. But, how crazy is it of me... Okay, we can Pyroclasm here. Do I? Or do I want to play this Mausoleum Wanderer just in case he does have a pump spell to save his Raw Priest? That seems like a bad idea. To lose out on 2 cards. But I really don't want it. I just want to crush his board. I'm doing it, chat. I'm doing it. It's a bad play. It's a bad play. I know. You don't have to tell me. I just played a creature to kill it. But it seems like... Okay. We knew exactly what was going to happen there, so I'm actually glad I did that. We reset the board for both of us. I have a Queller in hand, and hopefully he doesn't have any relevant creatures at the moment. No, he does. Of course he does. Okay, alright, chat. Okay, chat. Oh, Sagnet's pretty good. We can at least block the raw piece. I don't even know what you could play. To counter a meta like that. Second iron. Okay, chat, we're looking for one more flyer, and that's a very good one to draw. We're gonna get aggressive here. Jar Giganta. I wish we had, like, Sudden Shock to help counter a frog. Are we still happy with what we brought in? I think so. I guess we could bring in one, like, Mystical Dispute, but he seems to be green-black. He's not playing, like, the March of Swirling Mists version. I'm interested to see what the pre-bans are going to be. I really hope they give us Living End, but I'm not so sure they will. I'm going to keep this in. Chat, I don't want to go to work tomorrow. I got so much stuff to do. Opponent starts with a Dweller. We're going to start on a Familiar. I guess if there was... what is this, chat? Updated messages. Of course he finds that. It exalted us. We're gonna just let him smack us. We have to kill the Raw Priest. Oh, interesting. We'll pass. We'll just chill. Fin the Fang Bearer. I guess we kind of have to block now, huh? Yeah. Pyroclasm would still be good here. Mantis Rider is also quite good. Okay, opponent's just swinging all. I'm gonna try and Spell Queller and block the Strahl Dweller. But I feel like we're gonna eat a pump spell here. Exactly. So we lose our Queller. We take 2 off of that. We're okay for a second. And he has a Pheresis Roach. Jesus. Let's play our Mantis Rider. Should pump the Dweller again. I think we have to kill the Finn the Fanebearer if he... Does he have a pump spell? Of course he does. We can't catch a break here, chat. We really need Pyroclasm. And even then, it only does so much here. Does these both have whatever? We can try and him for something here. Second Shanty doesn't do it, because this also has, we needed a fragment off the top. We're just dead to the Roach. Damn, chat! Seattle, USA. I don't know if I could beat an entire state. But I'm gonna try. We're gonna try, chat. Leyline of Sanctity. That's a card that does things. I am wondering what our opponent is doing. Enchantress? We'll find out. I did. Oh no. I did call Seattle a state. I got brain fog, dude. Leave me alone. I think I've blown the brains out of my nose. Did you should have been here for the deck tech. I felt like I was talking through molasses. Ugh. But yeah, Seattle's a state in my book. Oh, chat, does it get any better for us? Jesus, look at us go. Give me a clue token. Let me start smashing in. He's dead in the air at the moment. Do you think our opponent plays board wipes? Oh, I'm so full of snot. Guide of Souls. Into. Grand Abolisher. Okay, we found a Mantis Rider, so it doesn't matter. Nice. I need Sudafed. Yeah. You're not wrong. Chat, how funny do you think Deflecting Palm is against this deck? I feel like if they're gaining that much life where we can Deflecting Palm a Voice of the Blessed, we already lost. I'll keep one of those in. We'll probably drop a couple Judges Familiars. They're not going to play that many Instant Sorceries. But yeah, I need a Sudafed, dude. I'm just raw dogging it right now. I will say when I got home, I don't know what I was doing, but I somehow, why I'm talking about Mono Blue Martyrs is like the old school SCG streams were recommended to me on YouTube, and I just happened to come across the Gregory Hatch match. Gregory Hatch match. Sick. Where he's played Mono Blue Martyrs. And the commentary, I think he's playing against Mud. What a sick list. What a sick time. Like, if you're Greg Hatch and you show up to a fucking whatever with a homebrew and just get a feature match like that, like, geez Louise, what's happening? Are we getting smacked with an Esper Sentinel? Is that all that's happening? That's all that's happening. Okay. Can I play this Hushbringer? Gideon of the Trials. Okay, so I think we just have to Rider here. We'll kill this and we'll swing at him for whatever. Gideon's a fun addition. He is cracking that to try and take me off of what? Oh, I guess I should grab the white source there. That's my bad. Will we see a... Okay, Fateful Absence is fine. Swings at us. Okay, I'm fine with all that. We're going to play a second one. We're going to enter that whatever so we can fragment whatever he needs. He's some sort of weird hodgepodge life gain deck. Ghostly Prison. We're going to snipe it. I know it's probably not my... Oh, what if he has Mana Tithe, chat? That'd be funny. Chat, wouldn't that be funny? Oh, shit. Ah, shit! Alright, so our Spellcrawler does not do anything, just as a reminder, because we have a Hushbringer out. We will crack a clue, though. See if that gets us anywhere. We find a Judge's Familiar. And we will swing for 4. Let's see if he has a response. Nothing yet. If he gets a Guide of Souls here... Oh, that doesn't matter. Palantir doesn't matter. Plays Light of Hope just to gain 4. And trigger the Ocelot Pride. Okay. I think we're just going to take... We're always going to take the life here. Our goal is just to race. Hell yeah. Oh, shit, chat. A second Mantis Rider? Into a Hush... Oh, my God. Absolutely disgusting. We're going to get board wiped so fucking hard. And then we'll draw our one of chance. 5 mana, Cleansing Nova. Oh, Elish Nord. That's funny. Chat, we did it. I want to lose life. Hell yeah. Swing, 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 swing. Hell yeah, chat. Not too shabby. Thoughts? What do we think? I think this deck's kind of close. I mean, like I said at the beginning, we tried to mesh 2 ideas. We're probably better off just going a straight Flyers build and making use of that. Obviously, like the Chorus package, him and Shanty are great. Legion's Chant came in handy once or twice, but not super relevant in most games. But I just wanted to see if this card was actually like worth testing in any sort of shell outside of like basic white guy weedy reanimator kind of stuff. But this 1-drop package of like double Wanderer and Familiar plus Signet felt really good. I really liked Mantis Rider. Sovereign's pretty good too. I don't even know if you necessarily need like a favorable winds effect. I think it was always nice when we saw one. But I don't know if it's necessarily required these days. But like your cat and stuff grows super big. But it helps close out games, and the clue is nice. So if you do play a favorable winds effect, you'd probably want to play Nomad Legacy. Spellqueller was great in a lot of games too. Kind of a combo with Hushbringer and stuff. Sideboard-wise, I think we just want to play something different than Pyroclasm and Dispute. And maybe cut some Palms. Deflecting Palm, we didn't face anything like super relevant, did we? I did kill... Earlier, I did Deflecting Palm and Ugin and killed my opponent with his own Ugin trigger, so that was pretty sweet. But we gotta switch this around. But in terms of, like, actual changes, I mean, I don't know. There's a lot. You could play that little alchemy boy. What's his name? Wingbright Thief as another way to get some card advantage so that you could, like, maybe drop him to the ages and still have another 2/2 flyer. And then I feel like you still need some sort of removal, so you might just want to switch to, like, Path or Erode when that comes out. Even, like, Aang Swift Savior is probably decent as, like, a 1-3 split with Spellqueller. Obviously, Airbending's not as good for us, but it still staves off a lot of stuff for a turn. And then, outside of that, you could go bigger and play, like, Empyrean Eagle, but like I said, I think you just want to kind of tempo your opponent. Keep them, like, taxed on mana with Wanderers and stuff, and then play a threat and kind of just chill as you can keep going. But yeah, there's, like, Aaron and Giada, but I just don't think many of these are worth it. I think you just want to be kind of low to the ground, and your best 3 drops are, like, Rider and Queller. And Aang, obviously. But yeah, that's fun. You could obviously splash some other colors, play Rafine and stuff, but I think those kind of meld themselves into a different deck. So you're probably better off playing that version. But overall, what was our final record there? We beat that last guy, so we went 5-2. A couple games you didn't see because I forgot to record, but 5-2 is not bad. Taking a free win off what's his face, but yeah. I don't know. We'll probably revisit this shell in the future. They're always printing new flying cards. So right now we have a decent start, but I think there's some room for improvement. But thank you for watching. Sorry I sound gross, and I will catch you guys in the next one.